Jungkook returns. 50 banners. One moment that shook the world. Hello K-pop update fans. There are moments in life that transcend routine. Moments that break through the noise of everyday life and remind us that love, patience, and unwavering devotion can shape something truly extraordinary. This is the story of 50 banners, of millions of hearts, and of one man who, without even trying, brought the world to tears simply by walking back home. His name is Jeon Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, the Golden Maknae, a living legend, and now a soldier returning home. Before we talk about the banners, the tears, and the cheers, let's rewind a little. Once upon a time, Jungkook was just a boy from Busan with a dream far too big for one heart to contain. He joined BTS at the age of 15, barely a teenager. In the years that followed, he danced, sang, and lived under the spotlight, not for fame, but for something deeper. For connection. For truth. For music. He became the heartbeat of a generation. When he released his solo album Golden, it wasn't just a collection of songs. It was a love letter. To fans. To himself. To the world. It was as if he knew he was about to disappear into the silence of military duty. And Golden became his voice in the quiet. His presence in the absence. Songs like Standing Next to You, Yes or No, and 7 echoed in bedrooms, cafes, and hearts across the globe, reminding us that even when he was gone, his essence remained. Then, the day came. December 2023. Jungkook quietly said goodbye, and not with a grand farewell concert, but with humility, a gentle wave, and a smile that broke hearts worldwide. The world didn't stop. But for ARMY, time felt slower. Each morning, fans checked calendars. They counted days, months, full moons. They watched the seasons pass. Spring bloomed. Summer burned. Autumn fell. Winter froze. Yet the warmth in their hearts for Jungkook never faded. They waited. Not passively, but with hope. With creativity. With kindness. Some started fan projects. Others held charity events in his name. Many just played his songs every day, whispering, "Come home safe." It wasn't just waiting. It was loving in silence. And then, it began. A quiet idea sparked somewhere in an army's heart. What if, when Jungkook returns, he doesn't just walk out to a few cheers or digital messages? What if he walks into a sea of real love, woven into the very fabric of the world around him? So they made banners. Not one. Not two. 50. 50 banners carefully designed, written with love, painted with memories, and filled with heartfelt words. Colorful, touching, powerful. Placed all around the military base Jungkook will exit from. As if to say, you were never alone, Jungkook. Not for 1 second. Each banner carries a message that speaks directly to his soul. Welcome home, Jeon Jungkook, an extended tribute. You've done well. We're proud of you. From your first step to your last salute, we've watched with love. You are still golden. Still shining. The world missed you. And so did we. These aren't just banners. They are messages written with trembling hands and tearful hearts. They are silent letters sent across skies, oceans, and miles, hoping that somehow, the one they're meant for will feel every word, every wish, every heartbeat behind them. Some are printed with his own lyrics, verses that once comforted millions, now return to him like whispered lullabies. Others simply say his name in giant, glowing letters. Jeon Jungkook. And truly, that's all that's needed. Because that name alone holds a universe. A name that brings tears to the eyes of millions. From Tokyo to Sao Paulo, from Cairo to Paris, from Jakarta to New York. The world has been watching. Waiting. Counting days, counting hours. June 11th. A date that now holds weight. A date circled on calendars, etched in hearts. A date that means more than just a discharge. It means return, reunion, revival. For many fans, this day is sacred. Some are planning small watch parties, lighting candles and decorating walls with photos and slogans. Others will visit Korean cafes adorned with banners, balloons, and soft ballads echoing through the speakers. Many more will be home and laptops open, hearts pounding, watching live streams with fellow armies from all over the globe. People they've never met in real life. Yet people they now call family. Because this isn't just about a soldier's return. This is a reunion of hearts. A long-awaited exhale. A homecoming after a long, quiet season. A soft welcome back whispered by millions, spoken in thousands of languages, yet carrying the same soul. And as fate would have it, June 11th is more than just a homecoming. It's also the anniversary of Golden. 1 year since Jungkook, once the youngest member of BTS, the Maknae everyone protected, stepped out with a voice of his own. 1 year since he showed the world that he wasn't just part of something iconic. He is iconic. On his own. In his own right. From the moment 7 dropped, to the moment standing next to you echoed across stadiums. Jungkook didn't just debut as a soloist. He soared. He dared. He glowed. And now, as he returns from duty, having served his country with pride and strength, he returns to a world that never stopped listening. Never stopped believing. Never stopped loving him. So this year, fans prepare *2 celebrations. One for his military discharge. One for his musical legacy. Both equally emotional. Both deeply personal. Because both remind us of who he is, and not just as an artist, but as a man who has grown before our eyes. And now the question lingers in the air. What comes next? Rumors spread like wildfire. A global tour? A second solo album, even more daring and explosive than the first? Secret collaborations with Western icons, names being whispered in online forums and fan cafes, from LA to Seoul? No one knows for sure. But everyone knows this. Whatever Jungkook does next, it will be bold. It will be beautiful. And it will be his. Because he doesn't follow the path, he creates it. Picture this. The gates open. A young man steps out in uniform. His hair is short. His posture, proud. The air around him shifts, as if the world itself holds its breath. His gaze is calm, but there's something in his eyes. A flicker. A spark. The look of a dreamer reborn. A phoenix returning. Cameras flash. Fans cry. The earth seems to pause. Jungkook smiles. Maybe it's small. Maybe it's wide. Maybe it's barely there, but it's enough. Enough to set hearts ablaze across continents. He may wave. He may simply bow. But either way, the world feels him return. And that feeling, it's electric. It's healing. It's the final note in a symphony of waiting, longing, loving. What kind of love waits through silence? Through distance, through time, through the aching unknown? What kind of loyalty writes 50 banners and ships them across oceans? What kind of devotion sends thousands of letters, millions of messages, billions of prayers, just for one person? The kind that ARMY has for Jungkook. And the kind he's always given in return. This is not obsession. It's not infatuation. It's not a phase. It is devotion. Faith. Unspoken understanding. It's the kind of love that transcends borders. The kind that holds space even in silence. The kind that says, no matter how long it takes, we'll be here. Because this love is not fragile. It is resilient. It has survived distance, heartbreak, tears, and time. And it still burns, fierce, steady, true. So to Jungkook, we say, you served your nation with honor. Now return to a world that never stopped loving you. You were missed. You were remembered. You were cherished. Welcome home, Jeon Jungkook. Your stage is waiting. Your MIC is waiting. But most of all, your people are waiting. With open hearts, open arms, and the same unwavering love that's been with you since the very beginning. And as the world turns the page to a new chapter, one thing is certain. The golden era of Jungkook has only just begun.